Hey guys and girls, this is the Furious known by the name of Mana Fury, aka the Underdog for Underground. Back again, doing another double review on One Piece manga chapters 905 and 906. Let y'all know, spoilers will be told, so please proceed at your own risk. On that note, let's go. Alright guys and girls, as far as One Piece manga chapters 905 and 906, they both was exceptional chapters. We had lots of information that was dropped, lots of unexpected events, and some return of some old people that we haven't seen for a while. So basically I'm going to discuss all this, so I'm going to jump right into it and start talking about One Piece manga chapter 905. Alright, one of the first returns I want to talk about is the return of Vice Admiral Monkey D. Garp. And before I talk about his interaction with Shirahoshi, I just want to talk about Garp in general. Because the last time we seen Garp had to be like 300 chapters ago plus, when we see him return to his hometown village, and then they beat the shit out of him because Ace got killed. So for my subscribers, I just want y'all to answer this question. What do y'all think happened with Garp? Did he change his view with the government? Do we see the Marines in a different light now because Ace got killed? Or he still followed the Marine brand of justice no matter what? Because even though we know Garp was an asshole and is one of the strong Marines during the Roger era, we know that pretty much nothing about Garp, except for little bits and pieces we've seen in the manga as far as the interaction with Goldie Roger, his interaction with Admiral Sengoku, and it's a little bit here and there as far as with Luffy and Ace in the flashback. So besides that, we still don't know too much about Garp. So that's why I'm asking, do you think he sees the Marines differently? Do he still follow their brand of justice? And what do y'all think about some of the theories that Monkey D. Garp is now a revolutionary and that he's doing something undercover to change the whole justice premise as far as with the world government from the inside? So quickly, just let me know in the comment section below what y'all think about that. But as we continue, when we see Garp and Shirahoshi interact, we see that they both act similarly like how Luffy and Shirahoshi act when they first met up in the Fisherman Island. You know, it's like the whole interaction seemed comfortable and relaxing. Alright, one of the best funny things in this chapter that I like so far have to be the interaction between Garp and Stelly. And anybody who knows, Stelly is Sabo's adopted brother of the Goryeo Kingdom. And as we seen them two go back and forth, and Stelly was like, "Hey Garp, hook me up to become a Celestial Dragon." And Garp just basically put him in his place like, "You piece of a shithead, I don't give a fuck." We see right there that all Luffy's mannerisms is coming from Garp. Even though he's younger, a younger version of Garp right now, I can't wait to see personally how Luffy's going to act when he's like Garp's age. As far as he's going to be like that complete 100% no chill character like his grandfather is. With just like more manners and more comprehension about the situation at hand. Because we know as far as Luffy right now, he just goes by the seat of his pants. So, as far as Stelly, we see that Stelly's an asshole. I had hope for Stelly to become like a more of a badass character when we seen him back in One Piece manga chapter 803. I thought he's probably gonna be strong as far as fighting wise and have like a more of a dark demeanor. But as we can see, he's just like a wannabe Celestial Dragon, like a piece of shit who's scared, whiny. So I kind of feel some type of way about that because I had high hopes for Stelly because I thought he was going to be like this OP character. Not OP, but to OP to the sense of he'd be a strong Celestial Dragon that we haven't seen in the story. But as we see, just like basically a regular higher up, nose stuck in the air type of character. Also, real quick, I want to talk about the Akonino scene from the beginning when he finds out the Fujitora was at the River Inn. His facial expression when he was telling his subordinate, like, why is he there? He was just like, well, it's not a naval base. That was priceless to me because just to hear him react to that. So I can't wait to see that in anime, especially how we know how Akinino would just like have zero chill for his personality, will yell at anybody. Just to see that in the anime when he finally goes off, when he finds out, that's just gonna be priceless in itself. But basically, let me continue talk about Shirahoshi and her family as they had the rubber ring. She see the outside world, and she had the same dream as her mother to have the fishermen live above water. But here's the catch I have right now, because we already know, especially when we see Stelly talk about the fishermen and still call them monsters, going by the old beliefs of the celestial dragons and the nobles as well, as they slimy and they icky and they eat people. So I already believe something's going to happen with the fishermen, because we know, as far as nobles and the celestial dragons, they don't see too kindly of the fishermen. They just see them as something they can sell, as we see back in the Saboni arc, and just like outcasts and freaks of nature. So I can see in the future, in like the next 4 or 5 chapters, and as the River Ring goes on, we see more of the racial overtones of the celestial dragons and world nobles as it comes to the fishermen. As we probably see as the fishermen walk around certain places of Merijoa, more of the world nobles start to discriminate against the princess Shirahoshi and everybody else, even though they is royalty, just because they is a nobles and they like to be assholes. So, as we know with Oda, he like to talk about different topics, and with the fishermen and the world nobles and the slave situation, that's more like a racism situation. So we could probably just get some more racial like situations between the world nobles and the fishermen in this Wolverine arc. So I want to let y'all know as far as what y'all think about that situation, and let's discuss it in my comment section. Alright, let's talk about Fujitora and the reveal of Green Bull. And one thing that stood out when we see both of these monsters having a conversation, that it's the possibility that both of those two know each other, just besides being part of the Admirals, because it seemed like there's some type of history there, just by the way their conversation was just like ongoing back and forth. Like it wasn't like business, basically it was, but it was like more like friends that probably know each other for a long time. It would seem like a nonchalant type of dialogue. So I just want to know y'all thoughts. Do y'all think they know each other from another place in the world, or they probably grew up in the same town or something like that? Because the way the conversation was happening overall, it didn't seem like a regular like boss business type conversation. So let me know what y'all think about that. And as we get further to the conversation, we find out, far as with Fujitora, that his plan to abolish the warlord system is basically based off of whatever Vegapunk's working on. So as we seen in the last chapter, when it was revealed, not the last chapter, when we seen in the last couple of chapters, when it was revealed that Luffy was quote unquote a fifth Yonko, we see in the back of the paper that Vegapunk must have been working on something, because his name was shown in that paper. So got me there questioning what type of technology that Vegapunk created that Fujitora believes can be used to abolish the warlord system. So in the comment section below, if y'all have any ideas, just leave your comment, opinion, or theory in there, and we can discuss it further. Also, as far as with Green Bull, we still haven't seen completely what he looks like, but to get a little point across, we did get one interesting piece of information, is the fact that he hasn't eaten in 3 years. And the fact that he was only a Navy Admiral for like 2 years got me coming up with different ideas about what was Green Bull doing during that first year he was like fasting, according to Fujitora. So lots of theories and speculations already been made about Green Bull's powers and abilities because of the fact that he don't eat. Most people saying he's a plant-based double fruit user. So it's possible. I have no true opinion either way until I get some more information. I'm still doing research, so I might come up with my own theory speculation video in like a week or so, but there's no guarantees depending on what type of information I get. And as far as with Green Bull, one more thing. This is the one thing I definitely believe will happen. I think in the Wolverine, it would come a time where they mention Straw Hat and the antics that he's done so far. And I believe that the Gorosei and Akonino would personally send Green Bull to tell the Straw Hats. And I could definitely see Green Bull and Wano giving the Straw Hats a major problem, or even before they meet Wano. So just let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section below. And we definitely gotta talk about the most interesting part of the chapter, which was the end of the chapter when we see Sabo, Morley, and the Crow God infiltrate the Wolverine. And I'm giving that major props because we've seen how smooth that whole operation was. Because we've seen that none of the other guards or nobody else, like the admirals, Gorosei, have no idea that the Revolutionary Army infiltrated, and that's how smooth it was. The only person to have any idea about it was Stelly, and most of them considering Stelly being crazy because the way he's talking. Now that they're inside the Wolverine, in the comment section, just let me know what y'all think about what they probably going to do in the Wolverine. I made a theory about this. I'm going to put a link in the comment section or in this video. It's called the Revolutionary Army Infiltration Plan. So just go ahead and check it out. It describes my opinion of what's going to happen. My opinions of what's going to happen in the next couple chapters in the Wolverine. But just check it out. I think it's a great video. And let's go ahead and start talking about One Piece manga chapter. Alright, one of the first things I want to talk about as far as One Piece 906 has to be the amazing artwork done by Oda, as he drew some amazing panels that visualized Mary Joa. And that was some of his best work yet. But as we get further into the chapter, we see some possible foreshadowing with the fishmen as they are scattered around, walking around the city before the Wolverine starts. We see lots of other countries trying to throw their sons at Princess Shirahoshi. And of course, in the background, we see one of the old celestial dragons we seen back in the Sabaody arc. The weird looking one that Luffy knocked out. And we see him like got an interest on Shirahoshi. And he already talking to his dad in the background about that. And as we've seen before, it seems like he got the mentality of whatever he wants, he's going to get. So I want to see how is he going to play a part with the fishermen, the Shirahoshi, in the next couple of chapters in the Wolverine. And besides that, we definitely get some return and some lots of familiar characters. When Vivi, Shirahoshi, Rebecca all interact. And we also see Dalton, the nurse lady, even seeing the Tatata and Sai interact. And all that interaction is great reminders of all the adventures the Straw Hats had so far in their 2 years on the seas. And it also builds up a possible idea that I want to discuss. With all these characters here, what's going to happen if the world government start talking about Luffy in a negative light? Will any of them react? Or at the end of One Piece 906, we definitely got some things that was completely unexpected and shocking, especially to see like this unknown character just walk through Mary Joa and into this like treasure room where we see like 7 other altars, and just one of these altars we see like a giant straw hat. I was like completely shocked and flabbergasted and how the overall demeanor is going to be. That's one thing I also want to discuss. If y'all want to read something in the comment section below, just be my guest. We can discuss that further. And as far as Doflamingo's speech, we see him back in Impel Down level 6. He's talking about Magellan's protecting him from a threat that's going to take him out, like some type of assassin from the world government or celestial dragons, because he knows the secret of the national treasure. And as we've seen before, the only people that I know of that could be possible assassins has to be somebody from the CP organization. I can see a situation where the Gorosei or the Celestial Dragons ordered somebody from CP0 to infiltrate as a guard or even a prisoner to take out Dofi. And the one other thing I like about that Dofi speech is he talks about the Celestial Dragons basically using or telling the world about their secret weapon, talking about how power rots. It goes back to what Dofi was saying back in the Dressrosa arc, when he was saying if he had that power today, he can take over the world. So there's lots of things I could possibly discuss, but the one thing I think it is that I could count on, that whatever it's going to be, is going to be something that's going to be completely unexpected and crazy. And end of the chapter definitely confirmed that it's one of those possibilities. So that's the only thing I can say right now, guys. When I seen that, and to be honest, I'm still like speechless because I have no particular idea what's going on. I do got lots of ideas and speculations in my head that I want to discuss, but I want to leave that for like a separate theory video that I'm coming out with soon, or like another voice related discussion video. So let me know what y'all think about this, especially in the comment section below. And on that note, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more theory videos and discussion videos. And this is a Man of Theory. I want to say goodnight, and a man's dreams will never die.